well, I guess it was something that I could do because, I was a weirdo. I was a freak, and this is, years later, somebody threw those two words together and, made a great song out of it. But, we were all fucking bizarre as to what was going on at that point in time. And there was no intent about it. I mean, it was almost like a calling. Well, not quite a calling, but, this is what we were going to do. Or at least myself, I, don't like to be too inclusive with that, but, it's what I had to do. Well, I think in a sense, maybe the acceptance, it's just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but, I'm trying to do something, and also maybe really not even being aware of what you're trying to accomplish with it. But, just knowing that, this is something breathing life into you that, you're not finding elsewhere. Just something that is lacking as far as how we connected and what any of us as bands were doing. There was a minimal connection. And, that connection being that, if, we're going to do these shows, we need some bands, right? And, who's going to come and see us? And how? I don't think, we even really thought about draw or, the fact that there was audience or anything like that. It was just mostly, can we, pay to, old cliche, to buy strings, But, there was a reason why we were doing this, and, again, it's back to trying to open a door. And, I started playing in bands when I was not old enough, in this state, to legally play in a bar at that point in time. And so that's a lot of what we were about, was, trying to make it so, kids could come and see shows. And at that point in time, we didn't know how to make the kids aware of that, You could throw up as many flyers as you could afford to put out, but, we really weren't quite sure if the kids were going to see them. Considering yourself a human being that, at least know that I'm capable of doing this. This I can do. This I can do, this I enjoy. Do others, or will others enjoy it? I don't know. But, there are different elements of that in the sense of, how do you make it available to others? Because who goes out and pursues? And, is that our, okay, these are questions, of course, that come into my head years later, Why the hell was I doing this? Why the hell? Because I loved it. Why things went the direction that they did, that a lot of us are once again sick of what is happening in, the artistic world, i.e. music, from my end. It's turned into the same fucking crap that, some of us say somehow that we were rebelling against, but we didn't even, some perhaps rebelled against. But, most of us just were like, this shit sucks. And, maybe I can do something. And, it got to the point where, well, some of us, yeah, we can do something, and we did. And, that something ran its course to the point to where, the cycle just came around once again. And the crap, that was, flying off at the upper apex of the spin started getting picked up again. And, that's where we sit. Money ruins everything. And that's, it ruins something that was burgeoning, that was art, that was really heartfelt, that was, I think, very important to most of the people involved, that put themselves, gosh, I guess it really wasn't even putting themselves out at that point. It's just what they wanted to do. But, beat a lot of them down.